I need to see
it. Oh, we are live. Ooh, Lord, we live, y'all. So, I guess I had to put away my toy. I guess I'm going to get it looked at, take it to a machine shop. So yeah, wait for everybody to come back in, man.
Play the intro.
I got it right here. Where is the intro? There it is.
What the I can't believe this. Damn! I know you lying. I guarantee you won't see this coming. Welcome to You Can't Make This Shit Up with DaGuru and Double D.
All right, you guys, welcome back.
Yes, absolutely. And we're back.
I'm sorry. I want to apologize to the people. My toy is malfunctioning on me. So I'm going to be like Stewie Griffin and get it fixed and get me a Wayback Machine or something. But anyway, welcome back. We're going to get into the topics tonight. The first thing we're going to get into is the incredibly sad story that happened out of Baltimore. Miss Double D, you want to jump off that?
Sure. Yeah. Terry is very discombobulated, y'all. Show us some love in the comments, please. My brother done lost his toys. His toys malfunctioning on him, and he's not okay because he done forgot to do his introduction and everything. He done forgot to do his whole little thing. So
it didn't work.
Yeah, it didn't work out. So it's all right. Thank you everybody for tuning in Facebook, YouTube. If you're listening on the radio, are we on WLEO? No. Okay. If you are listening to the podcast, thank you all for joining. We are so excited to be with you all tonight, and we got a very sad topic that we're going to start off with, which is the story of Rajay Black, Wendy Black, and Tara LeBang. Very sad situation that occurred over the weekend there. Rajay was apparently experiencing some type of issues there, some problems. So he drove over to Federal Hill in Baltimore. I'm assuming it's a neighborhood. Now, if there's somebody in here from that area that can tell me otherwise, but I'm just going to go with it's a neighborhood in Baltimore that he drove to where his ex-girlfriend was living. She's actually pregnant with this child, and they just recently broke up. So he drives over there, and apparently they get into some type of argument. And by his account, he says that she told him that he'll never see the child. So he shoots her in the head. How you conveniently have a gun at that time, I don't know, but he conveniently had a gun when she told him that, and he shot her in the head. And then he drives over to Columbia with his two children in the back seat of the vehicle, and he makes this Facebook video. Terry.
All right, Facebook. Never thought that I would be doing this, but I gotta make it quick. For everybody out there that supported me and really knows what's going on, thank you all. I've been going through a custody battle. I've been going through having my ex-wife say I molested my children and all kinds of craziness. Been fighting for custody for 3 years. So, shit has been real crazy. What's up, Oliver? You know about this. Going through it with my ex-wife, blah, blah, blah. So, and start dating somebody new. And she got pregnant. And, we got in a fight. First thing she does is threatening that she's going to do the same thing. You're never going to see your kids, blah, blah, blah. It's the holidays, man. I don't have no family, nothing. Anyway, I just did something crazy, man. I just shot my ex-girlfriend in the head, yo. Felt like a dream. Like, I never thought I would be that guy. I can't go to prison, so the person that really started my depression and all of this is my ex-wife. So she next, and then I'm going to do myself too. But I just wanted to say this to people. Don't play with people's emotions, man. Don't lie on these men. Oh, here's my ex-wife right here. Today's the day.
I'm still. Now, I'm going to tell you, when you first sent me that video, I'm sitting at my desk at work. And I was like, this has to be a joke, right? This has to be not real at all, right? But the scariest part of that video is at the very end.
Today's the day.
You have to be a calculated some gun, be able to do and say that. First of all, you shoot your baby mama in the head. Child, I got baby mamas. I can't. But you have to ask yourself where he was mentally when this was going on. There's no justification for what he did, but I understand it, if that makes sense.
I don't. Now you gonna make me cuss you out on the show. No, listen. Yeah, I've heard a lot of that here in the last few days since I reported that. It's actually been very scary to me to see some of the comments that I have seen regarding this situation. It's actually very chilling on both parts, that we have men that could get to this point, and then we have women that are supporting men that can get to that point. Because at the end of the day, there should be absolutely no reason why you would take another person out. There should be absolutely no reason that you would take out the mother of your children. Right. There should be no reason why you would take out someone that is pregnant with your seed. It's disgusting to me that people could try to justify that and basically blame it on mental health, because whenever a white person goes and shoots up a school or shoots up something, and white people say, oh, well, what was his mental state was like at the time? Right. We as Black people, we're quick to say, you know what I'm saying? Oh, they always want to blame it on mental health. But then we get to a situation where a man that went stone cold crazy. Yeah. And I'm going to explain to you how he's stone cold crazy, because of it. This is a pattern for this man. Now, he hasn't went out and killed anyone before this, but he's had behaviors that stacking up that was leading to this point. And the system did absolutely nothing to protect these women. And honestly, there may not have been anything short of putting his ass in jail for the rest of his life that would have saved these women, because he has a consistent pattern. If you're going to find out here once I start reading out these police reports. So let's put the picture up of Wendy, which is the ex-wife. She's Black. That is Wendy. That is Wendy Black. On the first day, we were unable to find a photo of Wendy. I actually posted her photo today. Very beautiful lady. She's the one that had the two children. Those two children ended up being in the car. He ended up killing her, shooting her. The police arrived on the scene after hearing the neighbors heard gunshots. They go over to, and actually, let me backpedal a little bit. People who were watching that live actually called the cops, but they were unaware of where Wendy lived, because Wendy was trying to keep her location as a secret. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So they were unaware, but he was supposed to be dropping off the girls to meet her, is what that was. So the police were unaware that these children were in a car, and a neighbor was coming home. He pulls up and he sees these children sitting in the car crying. The car was still running. He goes to the window, and then he looks over, and this apartment complex is surrounded by police, and he goes over and alerts the police and let them know that she was that these children were in the car. So, and then he also, like I said, he killed the mother of his unborn. Let's put her up so they can see who she is. This is Tarla Bang. They all were in the same career field, which was very telling to me. Look, I'm going to butcher the way this is said. Anesthetist, which basically they assist anesthesiologists in giving those drugs to intubate people and anesthesia and stuff like that. So very smart people. So let's get to the history of of Rajay. So Rajay's former girlfriend, now he did have a girlfriend before that he dated for 2 years. She came forward and she didn't want to share her name, but she came forward and she said she actually shared a text message between her and Rajay. And Rajay wrote, "There was a time that I was so low that I didn't want to live anymore. It was you that helped me get through it." This was after he divorced his wife. He had a girlfriend before that. She said that they referred to him as Jay. And she said he never cursed me. He never raised his voice at me. He always told me, because of what I had been through in a previous relationship of being abused, that he would never hurt me. That's what he said. She also stated that she felt sorry for both of the people, but Rajay was going through something. And that's the reason why she had to leave the relationship, because he was so depressed and his mental state was so low that he was actually bringing her down, is essentially what she said. So that's why she had to leave the relationship. But she said she also felt like she was the only support system for him in a way. And but she chose to leave for her own sanity and her own well-being. He said, "When I broke up with him, I still loved him incredibly, but I knew that I had to put myself first. I couldn't be a part of it because he wouldn't get help." That's what she said. So in the situation with his wife, they've been divorced for years, and they actually had a custody agreement, but the custody agreement was reopened in 2018, and it remained in near constant filings over 4 years. One of those filings was last week, and it was filed by Rajay, and he accused his ex-wife of blowing off a court-ordered child custody exchange. He's supposed to be getting the kids every other weekend, is what it was. So he's saying that she didn't do that. So they had a hearing scheduled for next month. Now Wendy, in turn, and I think I sent you a picture of a couple of those handwritten letters that she wrote. She actually filed for a restraining order against him. And this is part of it. This is part of the petition. It says he proceeded to remove property that belonged to our children, which he has not returned on Friday, September 7th. He took our children without communicating beforehand and did not return them to me when I asked. On Saturday, September 8th, he removed my cell phone from my jacket pocket. He has pushed, shoved, threatened, bitten me in the past. I am afraid of him and his anger. I do not want him to know where I live. He has access to weapons, guns, and has been known to abuse drugs and alcohol. He has also threatened to beat the kids or shake the baby, and has been abusive to our small dog. Sometimes has been suicidal threats that were very frightening. So she begged the court to protect her from this man, and she called him very violent, unstable, and determined to kill her in another order. There was 5 reports from the span of 2018 to now where she filed reports against him saying that he was, had threatened her or some sort, or something to that effect. Now, Rajay, in turn, accused his ex-wife of trying to hit him with a car. And then he also accused her of hiding her address and therefore hiding the children. But dominating the custody case file were domestic violence charges filed against Rajay by his ex-wife, including her handwritten pleas. And they were terrible. And there was also here's another where she filed harassment and stealing her property, and he threatened to kill her with a gun. He stole money from the house. He did not give money from a house we sold on August 24th. He came to my home where he harassed me while looking for his belongings. He did not leave when I asked him to. I called the police. So a judge recently ordered Rajay Black to pay $5,000 in attorney's fees to his ex-wife because she had to hire an attorney when he refused to turn over necessary documentation, including employment records, tax filings, and proof and receipts that he had gone to a therapist. So a judge had actually ordered him to go to a therapist, in which he did not do. And there's also been, this is the last point on that, 3 different people have filed protective orders against Rajay Black over the last several years. Most recently in 2020, a petition by a child care provider was filed, but the judge did deny those claims. So, there's a long history of what this lady is saying is abuse, and also his ex-girlfriend was saying is abuse. Now, we do know women that weaponize their children. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
We can't say that we don't. Everybody does. But at the end of the day, should it result in 3 people being gone? There's, in my heart and mind, there's no justification for that. I just can't find a way to justify him doing what he did. I hate that mental health is not taken as seriously as it should, because obviously he has some sort of problem. But according to this, he never even tried to seek therapy. So why didn't he seek help for himself? I mean, he recognized that he had a problem with his ex-girlfriend. So why didn't he seek any type of help? Terry, I really want to know your thoughts on this.
Mr. Black, he was dealing with a level of narcissism that's unbelievable, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was the narcissism. Well, you crazy, it ain't me. You can't nobody have you. If I can't have you, nobody can. That stuff. I have had those thoughts. I have a baby mama. I got 2 of them, actually. And as mad as they've made me over the years. Now, my oldest daughter is 29, 30, 29. And her mother is the aching in my back, right? But I've never had a thought of unaliving her at any time. Mr. Black, this is narcissism at its best. There were signs, the courts failed her, the state failed her, everybody that had anything to do with that failed her miserably.
Mm-hmm.
Now, one of the questions in the comments was, who has the kids now?
The mother has the children. In fact, she started a GoFundMe, which I shared on my page. That has been a source of why does she need a GoFundMe? Because this lady was a nurse. Why not? Why not? She's going to have to raise these children without parents for the rest of their lives. And we don't know how old the mother is. She may not. Yes, the grandmother. Wendy's mother has the children. Her maternal grandmother, the children's maternal grandmother.
How old were the children?
They were 2. They're minors, so they didn't release their exact ages, and I couldn't find it. So I did look for it. But they were little girls, enough to be in a car that would alarm, the passerby, the neighbor. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, narcissism. It's exactly narcissism. Absolutely. In my opinion, for him to do something like that and then make that video before it, trying to explain himself so that way he could, absolve himself from any culpability. Oh, let me make this video and explain why I'm doing this before I go in and do it. You know what I mean?
It was almost like he was boasting about it.
Yes. He didn't want himself. Even in death, he didn't want himself to look bad. Right. You know what I'm saying? So he's deciding to, I don't know why people aren't looking at that. Even in death, he decided, oh, well, let me explain myself before I go in here and do this. I don't know how far Federal Hills is from from Columbia, because he drove to 2 different. Yeah. So he had 30 minutes to decide not to do, what he did. He had time. But here's my thing. This was a calculated attack. He thought about that before he got there, because you go over to your ex-girlfriend's house for whatever reason. You have custody of your children at that point. You know what I'm saying? And you go over here, you got a gun on you, and she just happens to say something to trigger you to kill, to take her out. No, it was a completely calculated attack from the start to finish. He planned all that. It wasn't spur of the moment.
Yeah, it wasn't. She didn't do anything. He wanted to. You know what? It's just.
She may not even have said that. It might be a lie.
Narcissists do that stuff all the time, and try to blame the victim. You can't do it. But like I said, then he took the coward way out
by killing himself.
The reason how I know it was calculated, because he said after I saw my baby mama in the head, man, I didn't think I was going to be that guy. He wasn't even real when he was saying that. Right? And then he said, well, I can't go to prison. So
yeah,
I'm out for everybody else. I mean, it's sickening. I'm telling you, when I first watched it, that thing shook me. I was literally goosies and shaking at my desk. I'm like, this can't be real. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
But like I said, when I heard him say, today's the day, I was like, yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't believe it. I had to rewind that part several times. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And when he said that today's the day, my immediate thought was, you have threatened to kill this woman before. Yeah. For you to say today's the day, you have threatened to kill her before. And I bet her heart, I mean, you saw how she took off when she saw him, because they were supposed to be meeting to get the kids. I don't know if he had a gun on his side or something, and maybe she saw it, but when she saw him, it's like she knew something, and she immediately turned around and closed the door. It was too late for her, because it was like a foyer or something there. Yeah. They were found dead inside of the foyer. They were found dead right there. He shot her as soon as he probably shot her right when today's the day, bang. You know, it's terrible. And I believe, like I said, that it was definitely a calculated, premeditated event. And my thoughts and prayers are going out to the children. They got a long road ahead of them. They're going to need some counseling. That's why they need that GoFundMe. So if you are able to donate, even $1 will help them. They are going to need that in the future, you know, because they're going to be without their parents, and they're going to also have to live with the fact that their father, you know, did something like that. And also for Tara LeBang, you know, she didn't deserve that either. She was pregnant. She didn't deserve that. How scary that must have been for her. So my thoughts and prayers are going out to her family as well, because we can't forget about her. Yes, the video was very traumatizing, and you know, that's why I prefaced the video with trigger warning, because I knew that was going to be something. He was selfish. He was selfish. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I just want to tell you all that abuse is never okay. And if you are being abused, please take advantage of this phone number here, where you can call and get help. You can also text that number. You can also visit their website. And if you are being monitored, where your abuser is monitoring your internet use, this is not trackable. So when you visit the abuse hotline the abuse website, which is the hotline.org, it will not record any of your tracking, anything like that. You can actually text the number from your phone. You can call it without having any service, and you can text to start at 88788, and you can also visit thehotline.org if you are being abused, and they will hook you up with resources in your respective areas. Like when you call that number, you're gonna tell them where you live, and they're going to be able to help you in your area. You know what I mean? So this is something that you should know. And if you need to pass that information on, please pass that information on, because abuse is never okay, neither physical, mental, or emotional. It is never okay.
And fellas, if you are here and you are dealing with this mental health issue, seek help. I don't understand how you know that you have an issue. But like somebody said in the comments a little while ago, he was so far gone with his narcissism, he didn't even feel like he didn't need any help. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But he thought everybody else was the problem.
That's seek help, and seek help quickly. Mm-hmm. but we have to, women, ladies, queens, protect your space. Protect. If you are in something that's toxic and you know it's toxic, run for the hills. Because it's just not even worth it. It's just not.
What I've always heard, if they tell you that they're going to kill you, believe them. If they tell you that, believe them and get the hell out immediately.
I'm trying to tell you.
Immediately.
Yeah, I'm so worried. I'm so worried and hurt for the children. How do you teach them to understand, cope, grieve, and just stay alive? Breaks my heart. You know what? Sadly, this isn't the only story like this. There's so many. It's just like
no. I'm actually covering one tomorrow that's been sent to me of a young lady that was murdered in South Carolina. Her and her sister were murdered by a guy, and he went and killed himself. Jasmine and Jamie, two sisters. They had 3 kids between them, and now their mother has to take those 3 kids along with her 5 that she has. He came up. He was abusing her. She decided to get out. The police would not put him behind bars, and he came and shot her and shot the sister for trying to help her. And then he drove down the street and shot himself. So that's the story that I'm going to be covering tomorrow. Raising some awareness to. This is a situation that is far too common. It happens too often. This just happened on TikTok with a TikTok star that killed his wife that had the 6-point-something million followers on TikTok. So I don't know what to say about that. Mental health is definitely not taken seriously, and I will say definitely not in the Black community as it should. Now the tides are turning a bit as the generations change. Mm-hmm. The tides are turning where Black people is not such a stain on the family for a Black person to come in and say, I'm going to therapy, I'm going to see a psychiatrist. Because back in the day, they used to call them shrinks. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shrinks are crazy doctors. That was not a thing in the Black community to go and talk to someone. But now I can see the tides turning where this is becoming more protect your mental health. If you need to talk to someone, talk to someone. Your insurance, if you have insurance, most insurances will cover up to 8 sessions. If you need to sit down and talk to somebody, sit down and talk to somebody. I've done it. My husband and I done it before we got married. Before you marry somebody, get marriage counseling. I'm telling you, there's a lot of things that will come out in the washing and the rinsing of marriage counseling that you never even thought of. So that is something that you definitely need to invest time in before you decide to jump the broom with someone. Absolutely. Yeah, the talk doctor. Absolutely. Yeah. It was not something that was encouraged in the Black community to go and get help, but the tides are turning where people are waking up and saying that, but you have to be the one that wants to get help. You have to be the one that we know who you are. Nobody can forget that name, Lisa. So, if you need help, get help. Talk to somebody. Even I don't suggest this ever, but I mean, if you spiritual like that, you could talk to a pastor at your church or something, but counseling is always important and it's great, even for healthy relationships. Absolutely, Jody. I agree with that 100%.
Jody made a great comment a little while ago. If you in something like that, if it's toxic, don't wait. Move, like 4 O's in there.
Yes.
So I need for y'all to pull out y'all ludicrous impression. Mm-hmm. Move, bitch. Get out. Yep. We can't allow this.
Absolutely.
These kids, and these babies. I don't my heart goes out to these babies because they gotta figure it out without mom.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely. It's so sad. Mm-hmm.
My goodness. All right, let's switch some gears. We're going to talk about a little bit. See, I don't have my sounds now because my machine's off. My machine off with all my stuff on it, so y'all have to bear with us. We're going to switch gears here. We're going to talk a little bit about this young man right here because If you know who that is the incomparable.
That is Derek Chauvin. Derek Chauvin.
Oh my God.
I declare, honey, what a disgrace. And Derek look, and Derek Chauvin, he's about to do some Tizime. Play that video, Cherry. Play it for me.
Oh, I got you. Oh, wait a second. Oh. What happened to it?
Come on. Lord, you didn't lose my video, did you?
It went away.
That's all right. Don't worry about it. Okay. Did all my other videos go away too?
No, nothing. Not the other one.
Okay. All right. Well, I had a neat little song I was gonna play for you about Derek Chauvin going to jail, but you know, it wouldn't be Terry or something if something didn't get. All right. So we're gonna get into a little update with Derek Chauvin, give you guys some specifics and kind of talk about what is in the future for Derek Chauvin. As we know, when he was in court, the last time we saw him before today, he had a message to the family, and I want you all to listen to that message.
I don't have that video.
You don't have it either? Okay, well, he left a message. Y'all just got to bear with us. If you are new to the show, I swear to God, this show is always really good. But this week we struggling because we done got discombobulated with Terry's equipment being gone. We don't have our sound effects or anything, but this is just not, but anyway. So Derek Chauvin had a message to the family where he said for some things were going to be changing, basically something to that effect where some things are going to be changing and they need to pay attention to what's going to be coming out, new information that's going to be coming out.
I wonder what that is.
Well, this is what it is. This is what at least everybody's speculating that that he was actually going to plead guilty on the federal charges today. That's what everybody's speculating that new information was going to be. So today in federal court, Derek Chauvin pled guilty to federal civil rights charges, basically saying that he willfully deprived George Floyd of his rights during the May 25th, 2020 arrest that led to his death. He also pleaded guilty to an unrelated but similar count stemming from the use of force against a 14-year-old who was Black in 2017. So there was actually two things that he pled guilty to. Mr.
Chauvin, this is your opportunity if you wish to give any input to the court. And so I turn it over to you and your attorney.
Thank you, Your Honor. At this time, due to some additional legal matters at hand, I'm not able to give a full formal statement at this time. But very briefly, though, I do want to give my condolences to the Floyd family. There's going to be some other information in the future that would be of interest, and I hope things will give you some peace of mind. Thank you.
So that's what people are saying that he's alluding to these federal charges today. You know what I mean? So that's the last time that we seen there. He thought he didn't have the video, but he had it. So that is what people are thinking that Derek Chauvin was alluding to, that this was going to give the family some type of solace in the fact that he wasn't going to take them through another trial because they were supposed to go to trial in January. So he pled guilty today. So Judge Paul Magnuson has ordered a precedence investigation, and he still must formally accept his plea. So if he formally accepts his plea, then he will sentence Derek Chauvin at that date, but that date hasn't been scheduled at this time. The federal prosecutors are asking for 25 years with credit for good time in federal prison. He would serve anywhere from 17 to 21 years and 3 months behind bars. So if he does good, he'll serve 17 to 21 years. And then remember, he's serving the 22 and a half years on state charges, but they're saying that in that system, he could be released. he could, if with good behavior, he could be released on parole after 15 years. So if the judge actually sentenced him to 25 years, and they're to be run at the same time, like concurrent, which I'm not sure how that works in federal and state. So I'm going to let that go. I'm not going to speak on that. But Chauvin will end up serving more time overall with the 15 years plus the possible 25 that he could serve in the feds. So we don't know where he's going to serve this time yet. If the judge accepts his guilty plea and he sentences him to 25 years, we don't know if they're going to allow him to do all the time in federal prison, or he's going to, half it, like do part of it in state and do the rest. Because we have seen, people just do all their time in the feds. We have seen that done before. A lot of people were, legal experts are speculating that they expected Derek Chauvin to actually plead guilty because it was very smart for him to do so, because essentially if he would have taken that to trial and they would have found him guilty, he would have got what Ben is saying. He would have got a lot. He would have basically be spending life in prison. So it was smart for him, but now it's going to be up to the judge to accept it. And basically they will. I mean, I don't have any doubt in my mind that they will. And I don't want to put that in y'all head that he won't accept that guilty plea. So with this, I will also let you all know that if the judge accepts his plea, he gives up his right to an appeal. So he won't be able to appeal that federal time. And even if he did, if he tries to say that he wants to appeal it, he's going to have to prove that he was under duress at the time that he actually pled guilty. So I don't know. Henry Ruggs, she wants me to talk about that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. The other three officers, which you got their picture, don't you?
Yep.
The other three officers, Thomas Lane, Jay King, and Tao, they're actually facing their federal trial, and their trial is going to actually start in January. Now, Derek Chauvin could be asked to testify, but we don't know if he will at that time. And there's nothing in the record that's going to delay their trials. So they're actually going to go ahead and go to trial in January, and they're facing federal civil rights charges as well. Federal civil rights charges, and they're going to court in January on those charges. So yeah, that's what's going on with Derek Chauvin there. And Derek Chauvin, George Floyd's brother, please say you got it. Actually had a reaction. You don't have it. Okay, never mind. All right. Okay. That's all right. So yeah, that's what's going on with Derek Chauvin. I just wanted to give you all an update on that. They are facing the same amount. They actually, let me see, honey. Hold on, let me see. That's a great question, and I don't know if I know. Okay, so they're facing federal trial alleging that they violated his rights in January, and a state trial in March on charges that they aided and abetted both murder and manslaughter. I don't want to lie to you, so I don't know how much time they're facing on those charges. I can't say. I don't want to tell a fibola, so I'm just gonna leave it at that.
I didn't understand why there was even a trial about this. That was me. But as due process, right? We're supposed to go through that. What the Constitution say.
Mm-hmm.
But somebody's comment, I think it was, I'm gonna butcher this the name here, Biba.
Mm-hmm.
He said if it had been black, it wouldn't have been a sentence. He would have got life, no parole, no appeals, none of that. Man, listen, if he was black, he wouldn't be here. It wouldn't even be a trial. No. It's sad that we have to have that. It's sad that we have to say that. I mean, but it's
absolutely.
Sad. But it's amazing how quickly he turned around. He done got fat now. He look real fat in the face now. I don't know why. Compared to he went from being all smug in the courtroom before he got convicted rather, to I didn't mean to it. Now you all sad. No, brother, you miss me. Somebody said in the comments. It
Yeah.
ain't, you're being performative for no
Oh
reason.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Uh,
Derek Chauvin, this was bound to happen with Derek Chauvin. There ain't no telling how many people he's put in a chokehold, how many people that he has done wrong. This was just karma catching up to him for all the years where he's been torturing black men and women in the streets. And I forgot how many disciplinary records they had on Derek Chauvin. I mean, the Minneapolis Police Department, George Floyd's family deserved every penny of that money. In fact, they deserve more because, they really should not have kept that man on the streets. Anybody that can kneel on a man's neck for 9 minutes as he's telling you that he can't breathe is disgusting. And while you were that, this is how bold that he was. You knew you got people in front of you holding cell phones. Like that situation that happened that I covered a couple of months ago, that happened in Louisiana, where the cop was actually kicking the man that was having the seizure on the ground. When he looked up and saw that he was being recorded, he stopped, but not Derek Chauvin. Oh no. He just let me apply some more pressure in. You telling me to stop, I'm gonna apply some more pressure. It's disgusting. He deserves exactly everything that he gets. And honestly, I don't feel like he got enough time because that was torture. What he did to George Floyd. And he get whatever he gave, he's gonna get whatever he gave, and they better protect him in jail because I don't think he's gonna make it in there. He's a pig,
He's
going
safe.
in jail.
Somebody said in the comments, he's safer in there. He's safer in jail. Lisa asked, are Chauvin's federal charges considered hate crimes? Or would they be?
Yes, that's a hate crime.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it was definitely beyond disgusting. I'm with you. I'm in total agreement with you. I think he should have gotten life with no parole. It shouldn't even be a conversation, especially with the federal crime statute. What's that about? But he's getting time. I guess that's progress, I suppose.
Yeah. That's the only thing you say. It's the bare minimum at this point. The bare minimum for somebody to get time for snuffing out a black man in the street. Because if we look back a few years ago with Eric Garner, they didn't even go to trial. We can go back to Michael Brown, didn't even go to trial. We can go to John Crawford in Walmart, didn't go to trial. Although Oscar Grant didn't go to trial. Do I need to keep going?
Yeah.
Do I need to keep going? So this is definitely progress. To see some accountability. We have the trial right now that's still going on for Kim Powder and Dante Wright. At least they're actually going to trial now, but we'll just have to wait to see what comes out in the washing and the ranching. Yeah.
When it comes out, what would you say? The rinse and the ranching? Is that what you said?
Washing and the ranching. Washing, ranch. You sound like Sakithia. She says washing. Look, she says washing and the rinsing. I said, girl, if you don't stop, you better go. Mm-hmm.
Bible says, I'm just curious, how much is a black life worth? It kind of bothers me sometimes when families accept the money before the justice. If someone murdered my loved one, personally, I wouldn't be concerned with the money first. Well, I don't know. I don't know.
I'm going to explain. If you don't think that you're going to get justice, because we have never seen justice happen before now, it's very rare, you got to do something. Hit them in the pockets. You know what I'm saying? Hit that pocket, baby. I always say that. Hit that pocket. If you don't think you're going to get justice, hit them in the pockets. So, yes, Elijah McClain. Absolutely, Ashley. Yes. It's just so much Ahmaud Arbery. Yeah. Let's hit.
Are they gonna get charged federally too? The hate crime?
Who?
Michaels and the guy.
Yes, they actually have a federal trial that's going to be coming up. I can't remember when it is, Terry. You put me on. I can't remember, but yeah, they are charged with federal hate crimes as well. And I'm guessing that they'll probably plead guilty, the same thing as Chauvin, and try to get a recommended sentence as well.
Yeah, Becky says it best. Our lives have never meant anything. And so you have to understand that. And so if that happens to you, you know you're not gonna get justice. It's not coming.
Mhm.
You know.
Yeah.
So like D said and everybody else, hit him in the head. I mean, give me my money. Run me my cheddar. That's what I was
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Now I can agree with the sentiments taking it before the trial
Yeah.
because a lot of people said that about I think it was Brianna. A lot of people were upset. Now I didn't have an issue with it, you know, with them, you know, taking the right before the grand jury was convened. But honestly, whether they took that money or not, I that was one of the first trials I ever covered on TikTok, and it was the grand jury. I actually listened to that entire thing.
Yeah.
That man presented that as wanton endangerment. He presented that to the grand jury as what he wanted. So no matter if they would have took the money before or after, it wouldn't have made a big difference. That's the way it was presented. It didn't change because the way they presented the case didn't change because they took that money midway. They had already had their mind made up.
Right. Money will not bring the loved one back. The ones the victim leaves behind need the settlement to make up for the financial loss.
Right. I agree.
All right. So we're coming toward the end of the show here. Even though we had technical difficulties in the beginning, we still got our time in, still got our show in. So there are two segments that we do. Well, actually one segment that we do every week. My segment I do every now and then when I find the right person. Now, my particular segment is called the Fuck Around and Find Out Award. Now, this week's recipient of the Fuck Around and Find Out Award is Mr. Ron Perlman. If anybody is familiar with this guy, Mr. Ron Perlman.
I knew you was gonna do this. You dead wrong.
Ron Perlman, star of Sons of Anarchy, star of Hellboy. You know, all those particular flicks. Divorced his wife 2 years ago after 38 years of wedding bliss. But she got the last tee though, because she gets 12,000. Just check out this settlement. $12,500 a month for the rest of her life.
Wait. Do it, Terry. Do it.
I can't. I my machine. $12,500 for the rest of her life, and only way she'll stop getting if she dies or remarries. She gets she gets to keep the house in L.A. Ron gets to keep his Tesla and half of the shared bank account. And here's the kicker. The kicker is he has to pay her 20% of his annual gross, not to exceed $1.5 million for the rest of her life. Boy, I'm saying,
put the picture back up there. Put the picture. The picture.
Look here. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Right. It's like, yeah.
How old are they? Maybe she don't got that long. Man.
I don't know. But he has one up, and he 2 years ago.
Look. There's a song I have for this. It's cheaper to keep her. It's cheaper to keep her. He should have wrote that. He should have wrote that out.
Yeah, write that out. If you want to be a little hoe, that's your business. And what led to the divorce was, he had a show that he does called Stand Up or Stand Out or something like that, and he was caught kissing his co-star outside of a steakhouse in L.A. She was posting pictures on her Instagram with them being all cozy and all of that. And so, yeah, not very smart. But he is now what's the male version of a cougar?
Hell, I don't know. A sugar daddy.
Sugar daddy.
He ain't gonna have no money left. He gotta give it out of her.
So he must be packing something heavy down there because he ain't got no money.
Right.
His new fiance or girlfriend or whatever she is looks like she's about 20 years younger than him. So I don't know.
Oh, you found a new girlfriend?
Yeah.
Oh wow! I declare her. No, not a Splackavelli. Every woman needs that one Splackavelli, a brother she can call
That's
when
right.
a man ain't.
He ain't got no sugar. You're absolutely right about that. All right. Well, everybody, y'all know what time it is, don't you? If you're new here, welcome. But everybody else,
Players, it's time for another riveting episode of Play Stupid Games, Win Stupid Prizes.
oh yeah, favorite time of the show.
Yes, it's time for another riveting episode of Play Stupid Games, Win Stupid Prizes. And our stupid prize winner this week is, put him up there,
Is it Rick?
Republican Senator Rick Scott.
Oh,
I
my God.
declare, honey, what a now look, he looked like he won the stupid prize every day of the week. Don't he?
Let me tell you.
Look,
Oh,
I
Jesus.
declare, honey, what a disgrace. He scares me. Look, he really need to start eating because he look a hot boo boo shitty mess. I'm not. Look, I hope this man ain't sick, and I'm talking about his looks, but that look, I had to use that picture. Y'all know I'm notorious for picking the best pictures.
Oh,
So,
my
baby, Rick Santorum done got his boxes all in the bun today, y'all. I declare he got his boxes all in the bun, and he is furious, and none other than Daddy Joe Biden. Let's go, Brandon. He's upset at Brandon because he called the White House, y'all, and he demanded to speak to President Biden. So he called. Just imagine, I don't care who the hell you are. You don't pick up the phone and say, oh, I'm about to call Joe Biden unless you the privileged pervert and you got access to front and
Yeah,
you know
right.
what I'm saying? He's got his cell phone number. But he calls the White House main line talking about he wants to talk to President Biden. He is Rick Scott from Florida. He wants to talk to President Biden and he demanded action on a Cuban human rights activist that was arrested in Cuba. So he wanted President Biden to call Cuba and demand that this man be released from jail. Y'all, I declare, honey, what a disgrace. So you know what the White House did? They pulled the Kaya on him. Go ahead and hit that. I know you got it.
Wait, no, you put
You ain't got my Kaya video.
Oh yeah, it's right here.
My line suspended? Oh, that's why y'all can't call. Well, let's fix this. Look, y'all like, well, what is going on? My line suspended? I thought my bill wasn't due to the 20th. Gab, go to let's talk about the motherfucking order. Oh, okay. Hold on, y'all. We got to see something's going on with the line. Is you live, hoes? Hoes, is you live? Let me see what's going on. They say the line suspended. So y'all can't call. Hold on, let's fix it. I've been so busy with the website. I'm excited about the new website, y'all. So, Gab, go to let's talk about it.
Oh, what's that, y'all?
They hugged the hell up on his ass. So when Rick got off the phone, y'all, he got on Twitter. He said, the White House just hung up on me when I asked to talk to President Biden about the horrific torture and abuse Aunt Daniel Pfeiffer is experiencing as a prisoner of an illegitimate communist Cuban regime. This isn't just weakness, it's shameful cowardice. I won't tolerate it. So he's worried about Cuba, honey. We over here and ain't even got no damn cream cheese on the shelves, and he worried about what's going on in Cuba. So President Biden has absolutely no control or power in the Cuban legal system, so he can't do anything about that. And you know, it is what it is. He got hung up on. You know, the phone was disconnected, no longer in service. Check that number and dial again. And that is your stupid prize winner.
Oh boy, enjoy that stupid prize, sir. That I don't know. I can't. I'm like somebody said. I think it was Bob again. I can't with white people. I can't. They make my head.
Absolutely. It's the audacity for me. Me too.
Oh
Look, this person is new to the camp. I don't remember this person. I don't know how to pronounce their name. Are you a girl or a boy? Because I want to see you again. You real active.
I think you
Let me know which one you are, or a pan or non-binary or whatever they call it. But let us know in the comments. Thank you. Yeah, bless Polo Tink Tink. Bless his little heart, honey. Got hung up on at the White House. I declare, honey, what a disgrace. Enjoy your stupid prize.
Idiot. All right, you guys.
I'm a lady from DC. Okay, we're going to see you back next week. This going to be, well, are we coming back next week?
Absolutely.
Yes, next week.
Okay. But next week is
the Christmas is until the weekend, so we can come back next week. Okay. I have to work that day, so that's fine with me. Okay. Unless DJ got COVID.
Yeah, I ain't getting another mic. Pull up, Tink Tink. Well, yeah. You can't drink the stuff back out. I want to thank everybody for being patient tonight. Who came back in after my tech issues. For those of you that saw me get a little flustered, that ain't me on a normal basis. But you said she follows you on your watch list.
She discovered me on the watch list. I really look. I got like 21,000 followers here on Facebook, and these, I'm very proud of it because even though I got a big following on TikTok, I'm proud of being able to grow my platform on here on Facebook. It's hard to do, to get in that algorithm, but somehow I've gotten in there and I've gotten some amazing people, some not so amazing. I'm not gonna lie, I get threatened almost every other damn day.
In 4K.
Yeah, in 4K every other day. I'm gonna get threatened. Some lady told me today I was a piece of shit. So I get threatened all the time, but at the end of the day, I'm really happy with the family I created here. I'm trying to stay here with y'all by not violating any more community guidelines. I'm doing well. How many days I've been out of jail, Terry? 3 days strong?
Yeah, 3 days strong.
I've been out of jail 3 days. So
y'all will know when she's in jail.
Yeah, because Terry will be posting my stuff and it won't be as frequent. But I appreciate y'all so much for riding and flying with me. Terry, it is okay. Things happen. Y'all, if this is your first time coming to the show, I promise you that it flows really nicely. Yeah. Today we're a little bit discombobulated, but we still recovered great, and Terry did a great job in coming back. I had to beg him to come back because he wanted to cancel the show. I had to kind of beg him. I said, these people want us. They need us to come on. And I had done a lot of research, and he was not going to leave me hanging with all this research. Talk about next week. It's going to be stale.
Now that we're talking about next week, everybody that's in here, if you're a frequent listener and you come back and see us every week, this is what we're going to do. Next week, we are doing a viewer's choice show.
Yes,
okay? Because it's in the spirit of Christmas and all that jazz. We're gonna give you guys the gift of viewer's choice. So what I want you guys to do is I want you to inbox the Black Event News page with topics, your topics, and we're gonna pick. We're gonna pick 4 or 5 out of there. And if your topic is picked, we're gonna talk about it.
Yeah,
so that's next week, viewer's choice. So make sure if you have a good topic, no matter how crazy it is, well. We do care how crazy it is, but it's got to be truthful. Don't bring us any satire. Okay, we don't.
Mm-hmm.
So it's got to be truthful. But
you just tell us the topics, and I'll hit all the research that we need. Tell us if you got something that's going on in your city that you want me to explore. You got something going on, just hit us in the inbox, and if we pick your story to be nice to do it. Now, we doing that for the special added show, or are we doing that for just Wednesday?
That's for the next week.
That's regular Wednesday. Okay. So viewer's choice. I really want to hear it. Really want to hear it, you guys. Did y'all see the twerking bride? No, I didn't. And you just sent it to me. Hey, Miss Carolyn.
I saw it on the internet somewhere. It was a hot mess. It was a hot mess. And she asked earlier about
Henry Ruggs
TikTok, who called Joel Osteen a piece of shit. Did you see that?
Who called Joel Osteen a piece of shit?
Guy. He was a guy.
Oh, Walter Matterson. He does that all the time. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that ass. I got my own personal beef with Walter, but that was pretty cool.
What happened to Twice Weekly shows, Lisa?
Lisa, this week we was gonna do one, but we kind of dropped the ball because of the situation with DJ. We was gonna do it yesterday, but I had that situation occur, so we were unable to do it. I apologize about that, but we are gonna do it probably going over into the new year. Yeah. Maybe we'll start the new year out fresh with that because Christmas is gonna be here, then it's gonna be New Year's, so maybe we'll start the new year out adding another show in. Y'all know I got these kids and it'd be hard for me. It should be on YouTube. Just type. Okay, I'll do that. Thank you, love. I appreciate it. I like having you around. Come on in here now. Come on. You becoming a part of the family like Lisa, Miss Carolyn. There's a few others that normally come see me every week. I haven't seen them today though. There's several. Thank you, Miss Carolyn. I appreciate it. Let's wrap it up, Terry. I gotta go now. I'm tired. I'm looking at me.
All right, you guys have a great week. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Is it gonna play? Hello. Okay.
Thank you for listening to You Can't Make This Shit Up. Come back and see us next week to hear about more people playing stupid games, winning stupid prizes. See y'all next time.